Now let's come to the second part of the same chapter, that is Ustad Bismillah Khan. Students, you must have heard about him. He was a legendary Shehnai player and he was awarded with the Bharat Ratna award by the Indian government. And his funeral also done by Indian government in the presence of political leaders. So this chapter is a life sketch of Ustad Bismillah Khan and his achievement in the field of the music. So let's begin with the chapter. So, in the beginning of the chapter, it's been told that there was a Mughal emperor, Aurangzeb. You must have known about him. He banned Pungi from his court, and Pungi was an instrument just like flute and Shehnai, but it had very shrill and unpleasant sound. That's why Aurangzeb banned it. So, there was a barber who had access to royal family. So, एक बाबर था, एक नाई था जो जिसका जाना आना था कोर्ट में, दरबार में जाना आना था. So, he modified that pungi into a shehnai. How he made it, कैसे उसने किया, he took a hollow pipe and made several holes in it. So by closing and opening some of the holes by with the help of tips of the finger, that instrument produced a very good and pleasant sound. So that's how shehnai was invented by a barber. So it named shehnai, in which sheh stands for Emperor Aurangzeb and nai stands for barber. So Ustad Bismillah Khan belonged to the same family, belonged to the same lineage, and he was born in Bihar and brought up in Varanasi. You can say it as Banaras also. And he learned music in Varanasi. And when he was only 3 years old, his paternal uncle means relatives from mother's side. Similarly, paternal uncle means relative from father's side. So his paternal uncle, in Hindi it means mama, took him to Varanasi and also taught him about the music. So Bismillah Khan ji used to sing Chaita. Chaita, it's a folk of Bihar, like you have seen. Bhangra is a folk of Punjabis. Garba is a folk dance of Gujarati. So Chaita, similarly, Chaita is a folk of Bihar. So he used to sing Chaita and also played Shehnai while singing it. Here you can see that being a Muslim, he is practicing Shehnai in Vishnu temple. This is because Bacho, he was very liberal Muslim and that's why he never discriminated against anything. He was a very open-minded but at the same time very grounded person also. Open-minded थे लेकिन अपनी जड़ों से जुड़े होने वाले भी थे वो. As he played Shehnai so well, he got the chance to perform in the opening of All India Radio in Lucknow. This was the first big break of him. And also, when our country got independence, as you know, on 15th of August 1947, he played Shehnai from Red Fort in the presence of Mr. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who was the first Prime Minister of our country. And here I want to mention that Shehnai, it's an instrument which is usually placed during auspicious ceremony or any that type of occasion. It symbolizes good omen. तो कहने का मतलब ये है कि शहनाई एक शुभ अवसरों में बजाए जाने वाला एक म्यूज़िकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट है. He performed several times at the national or international level. He was also approached by Bollywood and Tollywood directors to compose music for their movies. So he gave music in two movies, Goon Jhutti Shehnai and Sanadhi Apanna. Goon Jhutti Shehnai is a Bollywood movie and Sanadhi Apanna is a Tollywood movie. Tollywood, you know, you can say, you can call it as South movies. He was a true patriot because he rejected the proposal to be the head of Shehnai School in USA because he didn't want to settle there as he loved his country so much. He loved his country unconditionally. Uh, it was once said by him that whenever he was performing in the foreign countries, he always longed for his country. कहने का मतलब ये है कि जब भी वो बाहर परफॉर्म कर रहे होते थे वो हमेशा अपने देश को याद कर रहे होते थे. वो अपने जड़ों से इतने जुड़े हुए होते थे, अपने देश को कभी नहीं भूल रहे थे और ना उन्होंने कभी अपने देश को भूले वो. और इसी यही एक रीज़न था, यही एक कारण था जिस वजह से उन्होंने यूएसए से जो उन्हें शहनाई स्कूल में हेड बनने का जो प्रपोजल आया था वो उन्हें रिजेक्ट कर दिया क्योंकि उन्हें वहाँ पर सेटल नहीं होना था. So students, here chapter ends and the moral of the story is that be modest and humble, always promote our culture, music heritage everywhere, and we should proud of our motherland.